is now rolling and ready to go. Action.
Suzuki East Tigers fans, welcome back to Tiger Talk. It's our pre-season for 2020 interviews. Today we're joined by a special guest, Aaron Booth. Boothie, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Boothie, you joined us last season and
Yep.
a bit of a breakout year for you. I mean, you came with a reputation, but I feel like the form you showed last year really put your name up in lights early on. Would you agree with that?
I think so. I think the year before, obviously, I'd missed the entire season with injury, so I sort of had memories of what it was like, and then I think I sort of surprised myself and a lot of other people as well. So I feel like I started pretty strong, and I'm looking to definitely do the same this year.
So you played 11 games.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, we started the season really hot. We won 9 out of 10, and then you disappear and things start to go downhill. Is there any coincidence in any of that?
Maybe Jared Tootie, he got injured at the same time, so I'm more push it to that. But
we're not going to tell Tootie that.
Yeah, no, I think we had a few injuries that hurt us a little bit, but yeah, I was just glad to get back for at least one game in the end. So even though we did go through that patch, we brought it home strong, and I think finished pretty happy.
Well. Sorry to interrupt. You must have been really happy with your form, even after such a long layoff. I thought your game against the Sunshine Coast in that elimination final was probably one of your best of the season still. Yeah. Must have been pretty happy with your form to bounce straight back in like that.
Yeah, it was a long sort of period out. I had a period where I was like, yeah, that's the year done. That's what I was told. And then I sort of just looked at it and thought, no, I want to have a crack at getting there. And I sort of probably came back a little bit early, and I thought I'd be a little bit hesitant and not have the feel for it because it had been a while. But yeah, I was happy with how it went. It was unfortunate we didn't get the win, and we sort of let it go a little bit at the end of that game. But it was still from a personal note, I was happy to get back and definitely. I think I held my own, so that was pretty rewarding at the end of the season to get that finish.
So moving on from that, 2020 personal goals for this season?
Not get injured and keep that form. Yeah, I suppose I had that break, and I managed to keep the form in that last game, I suppose you could say. So definitely start the season hot, and as a team as well. Like that's my personal goals is the team goals sort of thing. So if we can start well like we did and maintain, it'll be a good year ahead.
I just want to touch really quickly on that Sunshine Coast game one last time.
Yeah.
I remember watching, and you stood out to me specifically in that game, and it was your line speed and defence. Is that a part of your game that you really pride yourself on, in being a leader like that? I mean, I genuinely thought that you were probably the guy that got us on the front foot early with defensive line speed and making the Falcons play pressured football. Is that a part of your game that you take pride in, or is it your running game?
Yeah, I think defence is definitely something I work on a lot. I sort of have to, being the smaller guy in the middle of the field with the big
boys.
Big dogs run at me. So that game, I just knew they had some aggressive front rows, and I think if the little fella's trying to get up there and smash the bigger dudes, then I think others come with me.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I just try and do that in general, and it was
cool.
It was an exciting game, so it was
absolutely.
I think I'd been out for a while, so I was energetic to just get in there and rip in. So
prove
I think
everyone that you still had it.
Yeah, so that was a bit into that. So.
I want to touch on your pre-season. So you've only actually been at the pre-season here at the spiritual home of rugby league, Langlands Park, for the last 2 weeks. You're actually one of the other lucky guys to go down and spend the first part prior to Christmas with the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about some highlights, lowlights. You bunked with Jack Peoples, another player from the club here. He said that you didn't get much time to go out because it's basically a full-time job. Tell us about how hard it is down there.
Yeah, I'm sure Pete's touched on it, but the time that you're away, you're pretty rattled, so we'll rest in a lot, but we still got to see a little bit of the city and check it out, and a few of the older boys down there, or not so much older boys, but a few of the full-time players down there showed us around a little bit.
That's cool.
Pretty cool city, but yeah, the training-wise is just like, it's a step above, and it sort of puts in perspective that like we think we're doing hard training here and we're doing a lot, which we are, and we're probably doing similar amounts in a short period of time, but because you got that full-time schedule, you're able to really spend time on the craft, and you just get through a lot more work. You're bashing your body to get better, and then the recovery side of it allows you to
you can
to
really
do that a little bit more. So between the recovery and then recovery, you just get a lot more out of the week, I suppose, and with the pure focus on that, not having to worry about work, it was a cool experience to just have 5 weeks to focus on your craft sort of thing. It was really enjoyable.
So I've heard some horror stories about Melbourne pre-seasons.
Yeah.
Midnight wake-ups, 2 a.m. wake-ups, games that
No
really
wake-ups.
test your mindset. Is there anything like that actually goes on?
Yeah, so we did a camp. There was maybe 20 minutes sleep over like pretty much a 3-day period.
Oh.
And it was just continuous slugging it out. They have like an outside source come in and run that camp.
Army based or SAS or something like that? Yep.
Security police force, I think it's one of those sort of dudes anyway.
Yep.
And that was by far the hardest thing I've ever done.
Standing in the forest at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
hold who goes there.
Sleep deprivation and being in the forest.
Yeah.
Seeing things in the bushes or hearing things and you're not sure what's going on. And I fell asleep on my feet, just standing there, just woke up hitting the ground and
really
pure fatigue. That was. It was the hardest 3 days, but also by the end of it, it was when we finally sort of knocked off from that camp. Everyone sort of gets around and it was a pretty cool feeling. It was a pretty accomplished feeling at the end of it to know how far your body can be pushed, because you definitely go further than you think that you would be able to beforehand.
So you think that's something that's going to push you in good stead for this season?
For sure.
Help you on the field when you're facing mental demons, under fatigue?
Yeah, you can definitely go further. And I think I'll not only in footy as well, I'll go back to that and those thoughts and know that I've got through that in life as well. It was a pretty cool experience and not one I want to do again, but the fact that I've completed one, I'm pretty stoked with.
Satisfaction.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to touch really quickly, if you can get your form back, is something like Queensland residents in the sights this year, is that something you want to push for? I think your form last year showed that you're capable. I just want to know whether personally, all this stuff working together has sort of put you in the mindset that you're definitely capable of achieving something like that.
Yeah, I back myself. I'd love the opportunity to get some representative games in, but obviously I want to play well, and I have to play well here first, and that's as a team as well. So get the team going, and with the new boys and the old boys that are here, I think we got an opportunity to start similar to what we did and definitely maintain. And with the new coaching staff as well, it's been cool to meet them, and it's just an exciting sort of time, especially for me coming off that little period and then moving into that 2020 season. There's a lot of exciting things happening, so I'm looking at it as a whole, and really looking forward to it.
Cool. Well, mate, we wish you all the best. I hope you stay injury-free for this season.
Yep.
Glad you enjoyed your time in Melbourne. I'm sure the fans can't wait to see you back out there come round one. So
yep.
Go and enjoy yourself out there. I can see Gilly getting ready to punish you again. So thanks for joining us, mate. All the best.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.